The Vedic age was from 1500 BC to 600 BC. 1500 BC to 600 BC. So the Aryans entered India probably through through the Khyber Pass, and around 1500 BC in more than two waves. రెండు సార్లుగా they have entered India. The actual word Aryan comes from Ari, which in Vedic period meaning foreigners or strangers. It comes from Ari, which in Vedic period meaning foreigners or strangers. The first reference to the Aryans is made in Bogaskai, that is inscription in Western Asia. Bogaskai peace treaty. Bogaskai is in Afghanistan. Peace treaty. Bogaskai peace treaty lo first reference is made. Bogaskai peace treaty or Bogaskai inscription, which was in 1315 BC. Okay, 1315 BC the first reference was made to Aryans between the kings of Hittites and Mitanni kingdom. Hittites, between the king of Hittites, the kings of Hittites and the Mitanni kingdom. So in this treaty the Aryan gods of Mitra, Indra, Varuna and Nasatya were invoked as witnesses. So in this Bogaskai peace treaty 1350 BC between the kings of Hittites and Mitanni kingdom, the Aryan gods of Mitra, Varuna, Indra and Nasatya were invoked as witnesses. The Iranian holy book of Zend Avesta, which has close resemblance with the Indo-European languages, also. It indicates the possibility of entry of some Aryans into India via Iran. Possibility of entry of some Aryans into India via Iran. The Hittite inscription is in Anatolia. And Kassite inscription in Iraq and Mitanni inscription in Syria. Kassite inscription in Iraq and Mitanni inscription in Syria also talk about them. So they arrived in India around 1500 BC, though there is an old ongoing debate. So the region where the Aryans settled in India was called the Sapta Sindhu, also referred to as the Brahmavarta. Also Sapta Sindhu is also referred to Brahmavarta, that is Indus plus 5 rivers, the tributaries of Indus plus the Ghaggar, the Saraswati river. So Sapta Sindhu rivers. The period when the Aryans first settled in India is known as early Vedic period, that is 1500 BC to 1000 BC. So this is also called as Rig Vedic period, early Vedic period or Rig Vedic period, and it is believed that it is being related to this period. The Aryans spread to Indo-Gangetic plains in the later Vedic period, and this region came to be known as the Aryavarta. And first it was Sapta Sindhu region was called as Brahmavarta, and later Vedic period they moved to Indo-Gangetic plain. So the Indo-Gangetic plain regions was called as Aryavarta from 1000 BC to 600 BC. 1000 BC to 600 BC. The later Vedas like Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharvana Veda were composed during this period. The Aryans were the first people in India to know the use of the iron. The Aryans were the first people in India to know the use of iron. The origin of Aryans. Who are they? Some believe that Sapta Sindhu region was the original home of Aryans. So this hypothesis is Sapta Sindhu region or Aryans original home, and this hypothesis was given by Sampurna Anand and A.C. Das. This was given by Sampurna Anand and A.C. Das gave this hypothesis. So the rivers which included in Sapta Sindhu region were Sutlej, known as Satrudri, Ravi, Parushani. Ravi was called as Parushani. Ravi Parushani. Base, the river Base was called as Vipasa. Base was called as Vipasa. And Jhelum was called as Vitasta. Jhelum was called as Vitasta, and Chanab was called as Asiki. Chanab was called as Asiki, and Saraswati, the Gagar river was called as Saraswati, and the Indus river was called as Sindhu. So Sindhu, Saraswati, Sapta Sindhu region. So this hypothesis was given by Sampurna Anand and A.C. Das. The second origins was, according to some, the Aryans came from Tibet. This hypothesis was given by Dayanand Saraswati. Dayanand Saraswati, he around the independence movement, he said that the Aryans had come from Tibet by Dayanand Saraswati. Some people believe that Aryans had come from Arctic నుంచి వచ్చారని బిలీవ్ చేశారు. సో ఇట్ వాస్ బిలీవ్డ్ బై బాల్ గంగాధర్ తిలక్ wrote a book, he book written by him on the Aryans. The book was Aryans, the Arctic the home of Aryans అనేది book. Arctic the home of Aryans అనేది book అన్నమాట. ఆయన రాసిన book on Aryans. Arctic the home of Aryans. So some believe that Aryans were from Central Asia. So this hypothesis was given by German Indologist Max Muller. Max Muller was German Indologist. This the hypothesis was given by German Indologist Max Muller. He said that Aryans have come from Central Asia. So Indology means study of India, and Max Muller had translated the Rig Veda into English. Max Muller translated Rig Veda into English. And next, William Jones was a British Indologist. So in 1784 he founded the Asiatic Society of Bengal. He founded Asiatic Society of Bengal. So this laid down the study for Indology. This Asiatic Society of Bengal. And William Jones translated Abhignana Shakuntalam, written by Sri Krishna Devaraya, into English. William Jones is considered as father of Indology. William Jones also worked as Sanskrit professor in EU. And next comes Charles Wilkins. Charles Wilkins also is a British Indologist. He is also considered as father of Indology, and he translated Bhagavad Gita into English. So మనకు మహాభారత్లో వచ్చే భగవద్గీతని ఇంగ్లీష్లో ట్రాన్స్లేట్ చేసింది ఎవరు? చార్ల్స్ విల్కిన్స్. So Max Muller was also the founder of Central Asian theory. Max Muller, who is మ్యాక్స్ ముల్లర్ ఏం చెప్పాడు? సెంట్రల్ ఏషియన్ థియరీయే చెప్పాడు. అదే చెప్తున్నారు మళ్ళీ. జర్మన్ ఇండాలజిస్ట్ మ్యాక్స్ ముల్లర్ చెప్పిన సెంట్రల్ ఏషియన్ థియరీ ప్రకారం he studied the hypothesis by philology and epigraphy. That is Bogaskay inscription. The Bogaskay inscription in Central Asia says that the Aryans migrated to the east along with their gods. The gods of Aryans were Indra, Varuna, Mitra, and Nasatya, mentioned in the Bogaskay inscription. So Charles Wilkins translated Bhagavad Gita into English. He was a British Indologist. William Jones translated Abhignana Shakuntalam to English. He was father of Indology. And Max Muller, who gave the Central Asian theory of Aryans, he is a German Indologist, and he translated Rig Veda to English. So the advent of Aryans from Sinai Sir notes. The word Aryan refers to the linguistic group. The racial group is Nordic. Okay, people speaking Indo-European languages were called as Aryans. People who speak Indo-European languages were called as Aryans. With regarding the original home of Aryans, the different views were expressed by the historians, making the subject controversial. With regarding the original home of Aryans ఏదైంటుంది అని చెప్పడం వల్ల డిఫరెంట్ వ్యూస్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేయడం వల్ల డిఫరెంట్ హిస్టారియన్స్ దిస్ సబ్జెక్ట్ హ్యాస్ బికమ్ కాంట్రవర్షియల్. Okay, according to Max Muller, he was a German Indologist. Aryans must have come from the steppes of Eurasia. He said they must have come from steppes of Eurasia. For Max Muller, the Aryans who developed European languages Persian and Sanskrit in India must have come from a common place, as all these have striking similarities. Max Muller said the Aryans who developed European languages, Persian and the Sanskrit in India all must have come from a common place. అందరూ ఎవరైతే మ్యాక్స్ ముల్లర్ ప్రకారం ఎవరైతే యూరోపియన్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ని, పర్షియన్ అండ్ సాంస్క్రిట్ ఈ లాంగ్వేజెస్ని అన్నింటినీ ఇండియాలో డెవలప్ చేసుకున్నారో దే మస్ట్ హ్యావ్ కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ అందరూ ఒక కామన్ ప్లేస్ నుంచే వచ్చారు. బికాస్ దే హ్యావ్ ఆల్ దీస్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ హ్యావ్ స్ట్రైకింగ్ దీస్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ ఇన్ సాంస్క్రిట్, పర్షియన్ అండ్ యూరోపియన్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ దే హ్యావ్ స్ట్రైకింగ్ సిమిలారిటీస్ అని చెప్తున్నారు. సో ఆన్ ద బేసిస్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్కియాలజికల్ అండ్ లిటరరీ సోర్సెస్, Max Muller's views are confounded. Max Muller's archaeological sources, literary sources రెండు తీసుకొని Max Muller views are confounded. So archaeologically the Kassite inscription found in Iran records, Kassite inscription found in Iran records the presence of Aryans in Iran, and also it talks about our presence of Aryans in Iran, and also it talks about names of Aryan gods Indra, Varuna and Agni. It talks about presence of Aryans in Iran and talks of Aryan gods of Indra, Varuna and Agni. The fact that Aryans entered in India via Afghanistan was accounted by Bogaskai and Mitanni inscription. It was accounted by Bogaskai. It was accounted by the Bogaskai and the Mitanni inscriptions. ఏమని చెప్పాయి? ఆర్యన్స్ హ్యావ్ ఎంటర్డ్ ఇండియా వయా ఆఫ్ఘనిస్తాన్ అని చెప్పాయి బోగాస్కాయ్ అండ్ మిటానీ ఇన్స్క్రిప్షన్స్. The Rig Veda, the text of Aryans, refers to the rivers in Afghanistan. That is Kramu means Kurram and Kuba ante Kabul. Kramu, which is Kurram, and Kuba. Kramu and Kuba. That is Kramu means Kurram and Kuba means Kabul. So it refers, the Rig Veda also refers the rivers in Afghanistan, and Aryans entered India via Khyber Pass. Aryans entered India via Khyber Pass and Bolan Pass. The Nadi Sukta the hymns అంటే ఆ నాడీ సూక్త అనే పద్యం in the Rig Veda, నాడీ సూక్తం అనే పద్యం in the Rig Veda mentioned these two rivers. The other views on the advent of Aryans were expressed by Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Dayaram Sahni. For Tilak, Aryans came from the Arctic zone, and for Dayanand they came from Tibet. So of all the views, Max Muller was the most accepted views. The geographical knowledge of Aryans. The Aryans who first came to India were settled first in the Sapta Sindhu region, that is river Indus and its tributaries and the Saraswati river. So the rivers mentioned in the Rig Veda are Jhelum, Vitasta, Chenab, Askini, and it is base is Parushini and Satlaj, Saturthi, Rakshi, Drishtadwadi, Saraswati. Base is Vipur, Swat is Srivats. So the rivers are serially mentioned from east, that is Ganges to the west, that is Kabul rivers. from east, that is Ganges, to the west, that is Kabul river. Rivers are mentioned serially. East నుంచి west కి from Ganga to the Kabul river, it is mentioned serially అని చెప్తున్నారు. It also talks about Ganga, Yamuna in the east. It also talks about the Ganga and Yamuna in the east. Regarding the mountains, it talks about the Himalayas in the north and Vindhyas in the south. Himalayas in the north and Vindhyas in the south. So particularly it refers to a peak called Mujavant, the in Himalayas known for the favorite drink of Aryans, that is Soma. Mujavant is a peak in Himalayas known for the favorite drink of Aryans, Soma. The animals mentioned also talk about the geographical knowledge. Animals mentioned also talk about the geographical knowledge. In Rigveda, we find references only to lions but not tigers, which clearly shows that they did not enter the Ganga, Yamuna, Doab, that is Bengal and Bihar region, and beyond the Vindhyas in the south. They only in Rigveda we only talk, they only it is mentioned about the lions, but there is no mention of tigers, which clearly shows that they did not enter the Ganga, Yamuna, Doab, which is Bihar and Bengal, and beyond the Vindhyas in the south. The Aryans did not have the knowledge of the sea, as the Rigveda did mention the word Samudra only once, that too symbolically representing the water. The Rigveda mentioned the word Samudra only once, that too symbolically to represent the water. This shows that they did not have the knowledge of the sea. Then the Rigveda describes India as Jambudvipa and Bharatavarsha. The Bharatavarsha, Jambudvipa and Bharatavarsha. It describes India as Jambudvipa and Bharatavarsha. Aryan means noble man, fair-skinned, and one who does noble deeds. The first man to do military expedition. First man to do military expedition is Divadasu. Divadasu. So Divadasu, he defeated the local king Sambara and settled in Sapta Sindhu, that is Meluha region. Divadasu defeated the local king Sambara. Divadasu defeated the local king Sambara and he settled in Saptasindhu region, that is Meluha. After Divadasu, another successful military expedition was conducted by Trisadasu, that is Dasu Hatya, that is killed many Dasyus. After Divadasu, another military expedition was conducted by Trisadasu Anayatanu. Okay, so he did Dasu Hatya, he killed many Dasyus. The battles which had happened for cows and grass, is called as Gavishti or Gaveshna. Because Gaveshna means search of cows. So because the battles were taking place for cows and cattle and grass, so the battles were called as Gavishti or Gaveshna. On the banks of Ravi, that is Parushini, Ravi river, a great battle was fought approximately around 1000 BC. That is during the early Vedic period, which is known as the Dasarajna Gana war. Dasarajna or Dasaraja Gana war. So Dasaraja Gana war is fought between the Bharata tribe led by Sudama and Puru tribe led by Purukushta. Bharata tribe led by Sudama and Puru tribe led by Purukushta. Purukushta's prime minister is Vishwamitra and is also supported by other 10 tribes. Purukushta's prime minister ever, Purukushta's prime minister is Vishwamitra and he is also supported by 10 other tribes. So whereas Sudama, head of the Bharata tribe, prime minister was Vashishta Mahamuni, Vishwamitra Muni. Vashishta is Bharata, Sudama's prime minister. So in this battle Sudama emerged victorious. As a result, they had fixed matrimonial alliances, thus gave rise to దే ఫిక్స్డ్ మ్యాట్రిమోనియల్ అలయన్సెస్, అంటే వాళ్ళు రెండు కింగ్డమ్స్ మధ్య పెళ్ళిళ్ళు అవి చేసుకున్నారు, అలయన్సెస్ కుదుర్చుకున్నారు. సో దస్ గేవ్ రైజ్ టు కురు కింగ్డమ్. సో వశిష్ఠ టెంపుల్ ఈస్ ఇన్ హిమాచల్ ప్రదేశ్. వశిష్ఠకి హిమాచల్ ప్రదేశ్లో ఒక టెంపుల్ ఉందన్నమాట. సో ఫ్రమ్ కురు కేమ్ ద పాండవాస్ అండ్ కౌరవాస్ అండ్ కురుక్షేత్ర వార్ వాస్ ఫాట్ బిట్వీన్ పాండవాస్ అండ్ కౌరవాస్. సో Mahasangrama in the later Vedic period. In order to expand the territories, battles were fought between the kings in order to expand the territories. That is Mahasangrama. By 6 BC, 6 million BC, 16 kingdoms were formed. 6 BC, 16 kingdoms were formed. That is Vaideha. Vaideha was the person who spread Aryan culture to the North India, and Agastya was the Muni who spread the Aryan culture to the South India. So Vaideha North India and Agastya South India. Then